Okay, so navigation bars are very important concept to implement the applications, and the navigations are very easy to implement. Okay, so navigations are used to redirect from one page to another page within the application. Okay, within the application. So these are the very important for navigation is very important for any website. So here navigations are two types So first one, horizontal navigation bars, horizontal navigations, and the second one is vertical navigations. Okay, so these are the two types of navigations, horizontal navigations and vertical navigations. So for example, real-time example. Okay, so cybersys.com. Okay, so in this cybersys website, home page, home menu, and company, solutions, services, and industries, and contact us. So this is the horizontal navigation bar. Okay, this is horizontal navigation. So by using this navigation, we can redirect to the any page in this application. Okay, so if you want to display clients page or partners, or to redirect to any page, you can click on any link to redirect. Okay, so that form will be displayed here. So this is vertical navigation, horizontal navigation. So vertical navigation is, this is the vertical navigation example. Okay, so this is the real-time example. So to implement any application, so navigation bars are very important concept. Horizontal navigation bars and vertical navigation bars. Two types of navigation bars available. So here to implement, so to implement horizontal navigation bar, navigations, there are two ways. There are two ways to create horizontal navigations. There are two ways to create horizontal navigations. And using inline or floating list items or floating list items. So for example, to implement horizontal navigation bar like this, okay, so create one HTML form. horizontal. So here we can use another list. Okay, I want to implement navigations. Li. First of all, home, and second link is products, and third link services, and fourth link contact us. Okay, contact us. Okay, so here in this menu, home, products, services, contacts. Okay, and we have to apply some CSS properties to display like horizontal navigations. So here we can use one more thing, anchor tag. Okay, without anchor tag we cannot redirect from one page to another page. Okay, home, anchor tag, href. Okay, so home, products, services, conductor. So run this example first. Okay, so the list items are displaying like this: home, products, services, contactors. So but we want to display the menu like this. So now we can write some CSS properties. Use style tag, UL. Okay, so we used here another list. Okay, for element selector using here list style type, and margin 0 and padding also 0. Okay, padding 0. And next overflow hidden and background. Okay, 333. So now refresh this. Okay, so background color is displaying like this. And next CSS property, next li float left, and second li a comma. We are creating one more class here, dot drop btn, okay, drop down button. So for example, if we have, okay, submenus, okay, we have submenus in contact us form, okay. So for this we can use class name equal to drop down, okay, drop down, and in this contact us form, contact us link, and next div tag. So div tag class drop down content, okay, drop down content. So in this div tag, so use anchor tags href equal to and locations, okay, locations, and one more link, and contact us from locations and email us. Okay, so these are the two submenus for contact us. Okay, so for this drop down we have to implement this class name drop down, and this is the main menu, okay, contact us. When you click on this, okay, contact us, so these submenus will display here, okay. So like this, whenever mouse over on that contact us menu, submenus will appear here. And div class drop down content. For this class is class equal to drop btn. So this is the class drop btn. So for this display inline block and color white. White means table F. Next text ln center, and padding is 14 pixel and 16 pixels, and text decoration none. Okay, text decoration for removing the underlines for text. So now refresh this. Okay, so home, products, services, contact us. So these are the submenus, locations and emailers. And next classes is li a hover. comma class drop down, the class drop down, hover, and another class is drop drop btn. Okay, so this class, so in li, okay, li element we have anchor tags. Okay, so whenever mouse hover on anchor tag, okay, so this class is working, and whenever mouse hover on that particular class name drop down, okay, this will work, this css properties, and again same drop button class also. Background color, background color is red color. Okay, so now refresh this. Okay, so now background color is displaying. Okay, whenever mouse hover on that particular link, background color is displaying the red color. And next class is li class drop down. Okay, in li element drop down class, display inline block, display inline block. And the next class is drop down content. Okay, for drop down content class. Okay, so this is the class drop down content, display none, position absolute, and next background color, background color is f9 f9 f9. Okay, so that is the class color code, and minimum width 160 pixels, and box shadow. Okay, this is new feature in css. Okay, box shadow, so it will display the shadow for box in 0 pixels, and 8 pixels, and 16 pixels, and 0 pixels. And next class is drop down class, drop down content. Okay, drop down content, anchor tag, and color black, and padding 12 pixels and 16 pixels, and text decoration none, text decoration none, and display block, and text align left. Okay, so drop down content, in drop down content we have anchor tags, and next class is drop down hover, and drop down content, display block. Okay, drop down, hover and drop down content, display block. So now run this example. Okay, so this is the home link and products, services and contact us. Whenever mouse hover on that contact link, okay, submenus are appearing here. Okay, like this, contact us. Okay, so here same. Okay, for suppose if you have submenus in per products, okay, like a product 1, product 2, product 3, like this. So for this you can use class equal to drop down, okay, and drop down and use div, okay, div product 1, product 2, product 3. Okay, so now refresh this. Okay, so like this we can display the submenus. Class drop btn. Okay, so like this we can implement horizontal navigation bars. Okay, for any application these navigations are very important. Okay, so use this css properties and you can find number of css horizontal navigations. Okay, number of models available in online, so you can search in online for. Okay, okay, so this is the horizontal navigation bar, and for vertical navigation bars, for vertical navigation bars, okay, so this menu, okay, services and HR management. So like this we can implement the vertical navigations. Okay, so this is real-time example. Okay, real-time application in Cybersys. Okay, so this is the vertical navigation example. To implement like this, so we need to write some extra CSS properties. Okay, so run this example. Okay, so home products, okay, submenus product 1, product 2 and about and contact. Okay, so this is the vertical navigation bar. So for this we have to write CSS properties like, okay, so all these are CSS properties for vertical navigation. Okay, number of properties is there. So just go to Google for vertical. Okay, vertical menu CSS with submenus. Okay, you can get number of examples. So menu code or menu maker. Okay, create a vertical menu with the submenus. Okay, so this is the example for vertical menu. Okay, you can find the code here. Okay, so this is the code for vertical menu, and you can download the CSS file. Okay, total CSS classes available. Okay, so this is the code for vertical menu, and this is for submenus. Okay, so practice these two examples. Okay, so vertical and horizontal panels are very important concepts for any application. And next property is opacity. Okay, CSS opacity property. Opacity or transparency. Transparency. Okay, so this is the CSS property. So to create transparent images, to create transparent or transparent images, to create transparent images with the CSS, we can use opacity property. Okay, opacity property. So this is new feature in CSS 3. Okay, so for example, syntax and opacity property can accept values between 0 and 1. Okay, accept the values between 0 and 1. And syntax opacity, like we can give the values like 0.7 or 8, like this. And opacity property example, create HTML form. So take one image, source equal to penguins.jpg and alt equal to image and height 300 pixels and width equal to 300 pixels. Okay, so run this example. Okay, so the image is displaying in full transparency. Okay, so if you want to apply the transparent effect for the image, use opacity property, img, opacity 0.6. Okay, so 0.6, so that, okay, so image is displayed like this. Okay, with the transparency. So like this, whenever mouse hover, so we can display the full transparency image. Opacity 1. Okay, so that it will display full transparency whenever mouse hover. Okay. And next property is CSS rounded corners, rounded corner property, rounded corner property. So by using CSS3 border radius property, CSS3 CSS3 border radius property, border radius property, using CSS3 border radius property, you can give any element rounded corners. Okay, rounded corners. You can give the any element rounded corners. For example, if you want to apply rounded corners for div tag, okay, use border radius property. Take one HTML form, rounded corner. So here we can use div tag, and with this CSS properties. Okay, so my boxes. So if you run this example, okay, so square box is displaying, but if you want to apply rounded corners for this div, okay, rounded corners, so use border radius property, border radius property, and the border radius property is 10 pixels. Okay, so 10, just 10 pixels. Okay, so 10 pixel rounded corners is applied. Okay, you can change the value like border radius equal to, okay, so like this you can apply the rounded corners. Okay, so up to 100, 115, okay, up to 100, 115 pixels, okay, it will apply the rounded corners. Okay, circle is appeared here. Okay, you can create the circle like this border radius property by using border radius property. Okay, so like this you can change the rounded corners. So this is the CSS 3 new feature. Okay, border radius property you can apply in 3 scenarios, like background color border radius property, and background image border radius property, and border color border radius property. Okay, so here we used border color, and when you apply, okay, for suppose 3 div elements. Okay, first div, okay, background color, okay, 40 pixels, div 1, and remaining 2 div elements. ID equal to div 2, ID equal to div 3. Okay, so first of all, first div by using background color border radius property is applied, and for second div background image, okay, background image URL of penguins JPG, okay, background, just background, no repeat. And the third one is, this is background image and background color and border color, so we can remove this property, and border color, so border color is 2 pixels, border width, so we can copy this border radius property and apply here. Here also we can apply. Okay, so now run this example. Okay, so background color border radius property, background image border radius property, and rounded corners border radius property. Okay, so these are the 3 ways to apply border radius. Okay, so it will display like this. So next property is text shadow and box shadow properties. Text shadow and box shadow. Okay, text shadow and box shadow. So text shadow, the CSS3 text shadow property applies shadow to the text. Okay, CSS3 text shadow property, applied applies shadow to the text. Shadow to the text. Okay, shadow to the text. You only specify the horizontal shadow and the vertical shadow. So for example, if you have paragraph, okay, example content. Okay, so you want to display shadow for text. Okay, you can use text shadow property, and for box shadow, so this is for text shadow, and box shadow property applies box shadow property is applies, okay, applies shadow to the elements, to the elements. Okay, so first one is for text, second one is for the elements. Apply shadow for the elements. So for example, you create an HTML form, shadows, shadows. For example, we have div tag, okay, div tag with a sample content and CSS properties like, okay, first div1. Okay, so now I want to, so first of all run this example. Okay, so first div is displaying like this, but you want to apply the shadow for this div, so then we can use box shadow property. Box shadow property, box shadow property 10 pixel, 10 pixel, and color, okay, shadow color. So this is the gray color shadow. So now run this example. Okay, so shadow is applied here for div tag. Okay, 10 pixel, 10 pixel. Okay, so if you use another 10 pixel, shadow is shaded like this. Shadow 10 pixel. Okay, so now three 10 pixels. Okay, 10 pixel, 10 pixel, and another 10 pixels. Okay, so for box shadow, so we can apply like this shadow, and for text shadow, so for example we have paragraph, this is my sample content. Okay, so we want to apply shadow for this text content. So now we can use element selector. Color is okay, and text shadow property. Text shadow property and 20 pixels and 12 pixels and 2 pixels. Okay, so now refresh this. Okay, shadow is applied here for paragraph. Okay, this is my sample content. Or we can apply shadows like 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 2 pixels, and black. Okay, black color shadow and comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 space 0 space 25 25 pixels. Okay, shadow color is blue color and comma 5 pixels and a dark blue. Okay, so this is the shadows, text shadow and a box shadow. So like this we can apply the shadow for the text. And another concept is CSS pagination. CSS pagination. Okay, so if you have a website with lots of pages, okay, for example in Google, so for example if you search for any question like okay, image spread for special icons. Okay, so when you search in Google, it will display the number of uh, results, and also it will showing the pagination, okay, for the results. Okay, for page it will display the 10 records and remaining records is in next page. So when you click on second, it will next 10 records will display like this, and again 10 records will display in third page. So this is the pagination. So to implement like this, okay, next to previous and numbers, okay, we can write some CSS properties to implement like this pagination. Pagination like UL tag we can use, and li. In li tag we can use anchor tag, and href equal to empty and 1. Otherwise we can use uh, previous buttons. Okay, previous. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, 10, and next symbol. So now 10 records, okay, 10 pages. So now we can write CSS properties by using style tag dot pagination. Okay, so created class name pagination. So now we can apply this class name for UL tag class equal to pagination. So now we have to write CSS properties display inline block and padding 0 and margin 0. Okay, and the next, okay, so these properties also like uh, navigations. Dot pagination li. Okay, in pagination class we have li class, li tag display inline. Okay, so now test this once. Okay, so all these are displaying in inline. Okay, so we use display inline property to display all these numbers in single line. Okay, so this is the usage of display inline property, and this one also same. Next, dot pagination class with li and anchor tag. Okay, color, text color is black, and float is left. Okay, float left, and padding 8 pixel and 16 pixels. Next, text decoration none. Okay, so now refresh this. Okay, so numbers are displaying like this, and again CSS class is dot pagination. Okay, dot pagination li a dot active. Okay, so active pagination style, background color for active. Okay, this is the color, and text color is white color. Okay, so now we can apply active class for second page equal to active. And one more class is page nation. Okay, so second page is selected active class. Okay, so if we can observe here in Google also third page is selected page. Okay, we are in third page. Okay, they are showing like this. Okay, style, but we can display like this. Okay, activate active page. Page nation li a hover li a hover not active. Okay, not active. Background color is okay. Okay, so this is the remaining hover class. Okay, so like this we can implement page nation. Okay, so these are the CSS properties and CSS concepts. Okay, CSS concepts are completed.